What is going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and welcome to a video of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And as you can probably tell, this is probably one of the craziest destinations that we will ever film a video. We're on the top of a mountain right now, and just look around. The sun is going down, and I don't even know what to say, because I wanted to bring you guys a really nice video of the stabilization performance as well as the camera on Apple's best camera ever on a smartphone. So when it comes to video, this camera is able to make 5,000 small calculations per second to give you a great level of stabilization compared to the previous generation iPhone and the one on the iPhone 12 Pro. And it's one of the biggest features, in my opinion, for people who shoot a lot of video on the iPhone. And from my early tests, it is super stable, and we really want to put it through paces and put it in a situation where there would be a lot of vibrations. So we're gonna go ahead and take some photos, some video, and you name it. I really want to just see what you're able to capture on this smartphone. And in addition to the main camera having better stabilization and also a larger sensor than the rest of the lineup, it also has an improved wide angle camera this year and also 2.5x telephoto, which I also want to test out because it is the most zoom that Apple's ever put in a smartphone. If you guys have been able to tell lately, we've really been trying to do different things in our videos and put together different sets and do something crazy like this. So if you enjoy that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and maybe even leave a comment down below, because going into 2021, we really want to just try to make these videos as interesting as possible. So in this next sequence, it was mostly shot on the iPhone 12 Pro Max with no edits whatsoever when it came to color and stabilization. We also mixed in a few clips from a Red cinema camera just to give you perspective as to just how good the dynamic range performance of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is. In a situation where there is so much vibration in a helicopter and just trying to wrap around a mountain peak like this, I was really impressed by the results that I was able to get out of camera. I was pretty much just sitting in the passenger seat and recording handheld the entire time. We shot these video clips in 4K 24 and everything was just very crisp, and as you can probably notice, in the skies there wasn't much highlight clipping at all. Image processing and software is just as important as the hardware, and as you can see from these images here, both in video and photo shot towards the sunset, it does a great job in retaining the highlights. I am happy to report that even though the other iPhones still have incredible video and photo quality, some of the changes and differences on the Pro Max specifically due to its larger size and capabilities do show in certain scenarios. The 2.5x camera that comes in at a focal length of 63mm is also a nice added bonus to be able to zoom into certain landscapes. So before we move on, I want to give a huge thanks to the sponsor of this video, Incipio, and their entire lineup of iPhone 12 cases. Whether it is the Mini, the 12, the 12 Pro, or the 12 Pro Max, they have a whole variety that will have you covered and protected. Some of the options that I really like are the Duo, because it has a 2-layer design that offers a ton of protection and it has been tested up to 12 feet. It has an impact struck protection tech that reduces impact force, and I also really like the raised edge bezel because that protects the screen. The soft touch finish also makes it very nice to grip, and it doesn't scratch or discolor very easily. Incipio also has a slim case that is available in 4 different colors and has a bit of a translucent layer to it, so you can take a look at the finish of your phone more easily, and this is 14 feet drop protected. These cases also have an antimicrobial surface that eliminates 99.9% of surface bacteria and germs, and it does also work with MagSafe and wireless charging. If you guys want to go ahead and pick this up for yourself, I'm going to drop a link down below and you can purchase it online or in-store at Verizon. So in terms of my final impressions of the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro lineup, as well as the iPhone 12 Pro Max specifically, the camera is definitely an area that I was really impressed by. Going into it, I knew there were going to be good cameras, but I feel like some of the small refinements made this year, including the low light performance, the sensor size, and stabilization, really do extend their lead in certain categories, and more specifically video. The green flare that users reported in previous generations are still evident, but otherwise, the iPhone camera, especially when compared to a cinema setup, really impressed me. I was also told that the green lens flare is a representation of the calculations that are being made when it comes to stabilization. So I think the big question at the end of this video is how much better is the stabilization and video performance on this year's iPhone? And I know for most people you're not going to be buying an iPhone every year, but I was curious nevertheless as to just how much better it is beyond the numbers. On paper, the iPhone 12 Pro Max makes 5 times more adjustments per second than the previous generations and also the other models. It's 5,000 versus 1,000. But honestly, in a lot of these shots, if you're looking at it from a distance or through social media, you're really not going to notice a difference aside from very little micro vibrations in certain scenarios. If you're putting it in harsher conditions and like running around or making big steps or extreme movements, then I think that's where the iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to have an advantage. But a lot of this is also due to the fact that the iPhone already had one of the best and most natural looking stabilization of any smartphone video on the market. I would say if you record a lot of video on your smartphone or even want to use some of this footage as part of your video like we did in this one, then the little advantages that you can get really do add up and come together. So in my case, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to be my daily phone for the next year. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. This is actually shot on the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the built-in audio, so I just thought I'd end the video like that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And as you can see, it's really cold, and I just like threw on whatever was on the heli. So yeah, we're gonna head back in a couple minutes. The sun is going down, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this.